didn't mind working in the clubs, but I resented it being a club where pimps hang out. Because the music that I create is of a higher intellect than that. It is not only encompasses pimps, but whores, ball players, executives, everybody. I laid my clothes out the night before school started, and my birthday is September 12th. So school happened to hit this year on my birthday. This was my 18th birthday. I was getting ready to graduate. I was at an all-boys school, bad boys, called Jacob A. Reese.
This is in L.A.?
Yeah, Southeast Los Angeles. Yeah. But when I got up the next morning, I wasn't going to school, Joe. Something said, "You're going to Hollywood today." And I was standing there combing my hair in the mirror, and I said, "Mama, I'm not going to school today." She went crazy. "Baby, you got to go to school. This is your last semester. You're going to graduate, baby. I got to go to Hollywood today." I walked all the way up to Hollywood and Vine, and I stood on the left corner facing Capitol before you cross over. Capitol Records always represented Hollywood to me. I stood there about 3.5, 4 hours, just looking. Looking at the cars, looking at the people moving, people with briefcases. It really inspired me. I knew that's where I wanted to be.
What was it like around Hollywood for a young guy trying to make it there?
Very tough. If you were a young kid, 19, 20 years old, who has 2 children and a third one on the way and refuses to leave them, a kid who was on welfare because he refused to steal anybody's property or take anybody's money, you found life a lot tougher. I came into it knowing what I had to offer. All I had was the will and the love for music. I couldn't read music or write it. No connections, no car, no money, no bankroll, no clothes, no nothing. But what I loved about it was you were always able to meet somebody interesting that was doing something. See, I'm the boy with the flapping shoes. I'm the one who was not embarrassed to walk up in front of you with his flapping shoes and ask you, "Did you have anything for me to do?" I knew I didn't know. I never came into this industry with an ego, ever in my life. I knew I had to learn. I knew I had to earn that car. I knew I had to earn those shoes. I had to earn that coat to wear in Hollywood, and I wanted to earn it in Hollywood. Everyone to me has to pick a subject to talk about in music if you're gonna be a writer. Mine is love, because I know when a man's making love, the last thing he thinks about is war.
Guess so.
Okay, the last thing he thinks about is how can he blow up a nation. Fleas, flies, snakes, everybody's into love-making, Joe. Besides that, it's the most powerful element that men and women possess. Most of us don't know how to use it, but we all possess it. The women use the music to get their men to relate to them better. Talk to me. Tell me what's on your mind. Men use the music to get the girls in the mood to make love. So either way you had it, Barry White is the one artist who actually was in your bedroom with you at your most sacred, sensuous moment of your life. A lot of babies been named Barry. The Barry boom, that was the baby boom in the '74 that they wrote about. One of the greatest highlights of my career then was Ted Kennedy when he printed in print that the only music he listens to on his yacht and in his home is Barry White's music. Can't get enough of your love, baby. Oh, baby. My philosophy is you have to be loyal to something. You can't be a whore all your life, man. I think that there's a time when people give their words to each other, it has to mean something. I'm a street cat, see, I belonged in gangs, and when you had a partner, you went down with your partner. Whether you won the fight or lost it, you went down together.
Oh, my darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. Oh, baby.